Hi, Pamela. How are you?
I'm doing great, Rakshita. What about you?
I'm very well, thank you. So wonderful. Thanks for taking out time and sharing with me, and also, with your fellow mates and all the new students who's going to joining the course as to how it has made the difference to your life.
Yeah, that would be great.
Wonderful. So, Pamela, before we start, just a quick first question, rather. What made you say yes to Love RX Mastery?
Um, at the age of 45, um, I'm considered to be very well read. I'm supposed to be the most intelligent person in my family. I'm supposed to be the most qualified in my family. Um, and when someone looks at me from far, they think I have it all. But my number one peeve with myself is that I tend to self sabotage my relationships. I haven't been able to hold on to a relationship which I have made out of my own choice. And the constant struggle of, wanting that attention and the reassurance from even my own family members. Of course, I know my family members love me, but the need to be reassured, the need to be, reassured that yes, we are there for you. That was lacking, and it makes me very restless. And sure enough, one fine day when I was browsing probably through certain things on Instagram, the algorithm popped up Love Arts.
Wonderful. So, how were you feeling about, your love and relationships and even yourself before even the program started? Because once we have an idea about what was your starting point, we'll be able to understand as to how far along you have come, or if there has been any changes in whatever it is that you're feeling about love, relationships, and yourself.
I used to feel there's something really very wrong with me. I might be very choosy. My standards might be way too high or maybe too low, depending on what kind of situation I was in. And prior to Love Arc, I was at that phase in my life where I was holding on to whatever I could. Would this work? Maybe this would work. Or maybe this person is the right person, or could that have been the right person? Have I missed love when I reject somebody or say no to someone? A lack of confidence in actually being able to maintain a relationship without having doubts, without security in the relationship. Self sabotaging. Why was this person like this? Why is this person talking to me like that? And did I say the right thing? Overthinking. And once I started, I'm not saying it was easy. It was really difficult to, sit back and breathe and accept that, yes, this is what happened in the past. There's nothing I can do to change the past,
Yeah.
but my present is where I can redesign life. And as of now, my present is where I have started taking one step at a time. A big change would be initially, I would expect everything to work like 2 minutes noodles. I do this, one, two, three, four, it needs to happen. But the realization now hits that it doesn't happen overnight. What I need to do is sit back, breathe, allow myself to be the best I can be before I expect somebody else to think that, oh, I'm the best. And that makes a very big difference because I don't think I really liked myself in the past. I'm right now learning to like what I see, like what is not very likable, and mold myself as to what I feel would work for me, which is very important. Self acceptance. I can see that happening. It is a struggle, it doesn't happen overnight, but I can see it happening. If something doesn't work today, I know I can look back at the night and then try it tomorrow and still not feel terrible about it the way I used to. That is very important. And I think that is probably right now the biggest change in me.
Thanks for that, Pamela. So, since you're mentioning about the shift, if there is one specific thing you could point, what is that? What shifted for you? during the program, or whatever amount of phase you've covered in the program, what is that major shift that you feel either inside of you or in the outer world?
Inside of me, I felt, or rather, initially I would feel, oh my God, what have I done? And today it's like, okay, chill, I don't have to do it alone. I don't have to do it all. I just have to be, being in the present, not daydreaming or looking at potential or worrying about what had happened. Oh, this happened in the past, so it's definitely going to happen again. That was my initial reaction. But today, I feel I don't have to do it all. I don't have to worry about potential or what the future might be. All I have to do is be, accept things the way they are. And if I don't like something, I just need to slowly change myself
Yeah,
within myself in a way which is acceptable to me, which suits me, what works for me.
yeah,
Uh, Being gentle with myself. All
right.
my life, I faced a lot of self criticism, externally and internally. I think the past few weeks, I've not been all that critical. I have been, I'm not saying no, but I can see myself telling myself, okay, this happened. Let's try again tomorrow if you don't have the energy to. And the tomorrow happens. Initially, it would be procrastination. There's no more procrastination, which I think is the biggest difference.
So I think that's great. And if you are to point to any particular moment or tool or any instance from our sessions, or from the course that really stayed with you or helped you the most, what would that be? What would have been your light bulb moment or your favorite part of this journey so far?
So, the last session which we had regarding is it a trauma bond or is it actual love? What is it supposed to look like? I realized through the session. In fact, I closed my camera through the session because I was so overwhelmed with emotion, understanding that I have always maintained all my relationships with trauma bond from my family. Maybe they were unintentional about it. Maybe that's the way they have been brought up. Let's not blame them. But because it started from one particular point, all my life, especially as an adult, be it in my career, my former marriage, be it the rest of the relationships that I had, each and every one was tied to a trauma bond from a place of lack. And love need not be something where, there is a sexual chemistry or an instant spark. Love is supposed to make you feel very, very safe. And it was that, I mean, you read all about it, but it doesn't really you can read about it online, you can read about it in books, but unless there is an expert or a relationship person who guide, who can tell you, who is there holding your hand and telling you which way to go or guiding you on your path, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have sunk in that, yes, it's okay, what happened happened. Now, this, that you know this, you know what to look for. Don't make those I won't call it a mistake. Don't read too much into something because you think it is exciting. This is what I feel.
I think fabulous interpretation and fabulous takeaway, Pamela. So kudos to you also that you were able to take away the right message from the lesson, because at the end of the day, it completely is on the student. How do they resonate with the knowledge shared, right? So really appreciate yourself for taking the leap, not only with the understanding, but also getting the concepts clear in your head, right, as to what we say, embodying the knowledge.
Very much so. uh,
Wonderful. So,
Someone once told me knowledge unused is garbage.
right,
And honestly saying, everybody browses the internet, everyone has favorite influencers and all the so-called relationship coaches. They are sharing their knowledge. I'm not saying they're wrong and the information is bad. It very much makes sense. But unless you have somebody who actually guides you and motivates you to practice it, it's not going to happen. It's not as if the genie is going to send somebody to you, but when you have started working on yourself, you feel more confident, and you definitely feel that, I'm not alone. I have someone holding my hand, and tomorrow is going to be an even brighter day than today.
Definitely. So if there is something really quick
Mhm.
and huge in terms of, how you feel about yourself now, your worth, your energy, what would that be? What is that one, thing which you very evidently notice in yourself?
I feel that I have pulled my energy back to myself. I've no longer invested myself, as in, I still love the people I love. I still have a soft corner for the kids in my family. But today, my energy is my own. I can think about what does it work for me? Does something trouble me? And if it does, how do I deal with it? And if it makes me happy, I can go ahead with it without worrying about the repercussions. Being able to take back your energy to take care of yourself, that is the biggest thing uh, I have taken back. I would turn up at places raring to go, looking fabulous. And inside my heart, I would have this cold chill. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. What on earth am I doing? But today, if I go somewhere, it's because I want to be there. I would love to be there. And if there is a situation where I feel that I am not comfortable, I'm confident enough that I can walk out of there very gracefully, very peacefully, without ruffling anyone's feathers and still keeping my dignity intact. This
That's a
is the
huge.
biggest change I can feel. That's the shift I feel.
Yeah, wonderful. So what would you tell, other men and women who are thinking of joining Love RX Mastery with us?
I believe when I first had my sessions, I read a lot and I meet a lot of people. But if there's one thing I would tell someone who would be thinking about, taking up a course with Love Mastery RX, self love is the greatest love of all. But even self love needs to be taught to the self how to be loved the right way. You need to love yourself the right way. And this can be done only when there is someone holding your hand who is an expert and who has been there, done that, and actually can understand you, who has been able to take care of what your situations might be. And Love RX will teach you that. It teaches you how to not just love yourself, but be the best version of yourself for yourself. And that is the most important thing. It's easy for someone to love you when, you love yourself. That's a no brainer. But loving yourself, taking care of yourself. And I'm not talking about a spa day or, going for a shopping spree. Actual care, the ways probably someone who would love you and protect you. When you start protecting yourself and taking care of yourself, to be taught that, you will learn that here. I'm learning. It's a journey. It's a fabulous journey, probably one of the best journeys of my life. And it would be wonderful if more people take on this journey. There'll be a lot of more happier people in this world.
Beautiful, beautifully shared. So, one last thing. After coming on this journey and understanding what real self love is, what real taking back your energy is, how do you think your love life, your dating life would change compared to how you were going into the relationships before compared to now?
I think the next
Biggest change.
relationship which I will have, uh, first of all, the relationship with myself would probably be at a far more higher pedestal. I would take more care of myself and I would prioritize myself more. And the person who I would be involved with, that kind of a relationship, I believe it's going to be a relationship where I feel safe, where I feel, I won't say pampered because that's a very childish word to say. I would be nurtured. I would grow as a person. I believe the term falling in love seems to be today very cliched. I would believe that the next love relationship, I would rise in love. I would grow in love. Not just love as in love, but in all aspects of your life, my life. That I firmly believe. And I look forward to it.
And what is the thought of having that kind of love, which is nurturing, which is blossoming, which is fulfilling, feels like to you right now?
The very thought of it, if I had to imagine myself that way, which I do sometimes when I think about it, it feels like having a fabulous cup of coffee, filter coffee, and you're on top of the world. Very It's like being on a holiday and you have nothing to worry about. The best way I can describe it, because that's how I believe relaxation and happiness when you're traveling on holiday. That kind of mode, emotional mode. Of course, we will have our work and our targets and whatnot. But the thought of having a relationship which you choose, I have made on my own. I feel safe. I feel nurtured. I can grow with this person. I am respected. The thought of it actually gives me so much confidence. I feel much more confident in myself. It's changed the way I dress. It's changed the way I move. I no longer drag myself out of bed every morning. I haven't met anyone yet, but the idea of having a very nice uh, future together with somebody, and it's not just somebody. The very fact that I can feel good about myself makes me jump out of bed every morning, and that is a very big thing in a very heavy city like Mumbai.
No, wonderful. I think you need to applaud yourself as well for undergoing and taking on the journey. Yeah. And the best part is you're doing the work, you're trusting the process, and it's just been, I think, barely 2 months, 1 to 2 months, if I'm correct. And
1 month, I think, July end. I think that is what
yeah,
or
and you're
maybe
already
just before July.
seeing such shifts in your psychology, in your nervous system. So imagine once you finish the course, the trajectory which you're going to pick will be amazing.
Yes, I feel so good, Rakshita. I feel good about myself. I don't react the way I used to in the past.
Yeah.
And that makes all the difference to yourself, the people around you, and to your own environment. And
Yes.
that is what Love RX Mastery has done for me. I have been through coaches, I have been through guides. They're great, but I haven't seen the change in myself the way I have seen here. And I'm so grateful to that one algorithm which popped you up on my Instagram.
Wonderful. I think you manifested me in your life, and I'm so glad you took on that journey, and you're seeing the results. And more than anything else, we really appreciate you, taking mustering up the courage to do this, sharing it with my future students, whosoever is willing to bring that sort of happiness and calm and zen and love in their life, because it's us humans who are on a better place, who can pull the other people who are stuck in the loneliness pandemic, suffering every day, to a better place, because it does exist and it doesn't exist anywhere else. It starts from us. So once we
I agree
understand that, I think the journey is becomes much easier.
very much. And as I said, we need somebody who will be there to guide. We Reading a book isn't going to help you. Looking at an internet reel is not going to help you. If you go on to YouTube and you say, "How do I manifest?" the first thing comes, "How do I manifest love?" People are lonely. People are not confident.
Yeah.
We need,
Yeah.
and I really needed this at the right time.
Wonderful. I think thank you. I would really just want to thank you and appreciate you for taking time out amidst heavy rains and all the infrastructure issues to jump on the call with me. And yeah, I think it's fabulous, and you are en route to a great place, both in love and life.
Yes, that even I believe. Now I believe.
Fabulous. Thanks, Pamela. We'll connect again in your sessions.
Yes, Rakshita. Take care. Thank you.
You too.